After days, weeks and months of waiting, Formula One is back on track in Bahrain. We've had driver switches, rookies learning the ropes, and an old favourite rolling back the years. Let's recap on what's happened both on and off track so far this weekend. The teams have been in Bahrain for over a week now, but Lewis Hamilton made quite an entrance this Thursday, resplendent in a striking raspberry two-piece outfit. And rookies Logan Sargent, Oscar Piastri and Nick de Vries were clearly relishing the opportunity to mix it with the world's best drivers. And there was the return of a familiar face, Nico Hulkenberg, who revealed how he'd patched things up with old sparring partner and new Haas teammate Kevin Magnuson.
And how are you and Kevin rubbing along together?
Oh, we're rubbing and tugging and hugging and everything. We actually, sort of broke the ice here 12 months ago. I reached out with a hand and with a smile and put his words into his face. Once again, most unsportive driver of the grid. And that's where our relationship actually started 12 months ago, and ever since, it's actually been pretty good.
It was also great to see the return of Lance Stroll. The Canadian just about recovered from minor surgery after a cycling accident and keen to focus on getting up to speed as first practice got underway.
Feedback from Carlo is that the brake balance
just let me drive the car, yeah.
Carlos Sainz performed a high-speed pirouette, the Spaniard over the curbs as he approached the corner, his Ferrari doing a full 360.
Yeah, I have the box. The ride was quite poor there, guys. Something changed.
And there was a hairy moment for Oscar Piastri in FP2. The Australian going wheel-to-wheel with the AlphaTauri of Yuki Sonoda along the straight and narrowly avoiding a collision with Stroll as he emerged from the pit lane. But the main talking point on Friday was Fernando Alonso's performance in the other Aston Martin. The 41-year-old double world champ topped the timing tables in second practice.
It feels good to drive. I will lie if I say that it's not feeling good, but the target has to be fighting for the championship. But in a long term, I don't think in this year yet.
Saturday in the paddock, Yuki Sonoda demonstrated his two-wheeled handling skills for the photographers. The Japanese driver getting expert tuition from Red Bull BMX world champion Vicky Gomez. The Alpine drivers took questions from F1 fans via video link. One particularly inquisitive youngster earned some praise.
You're in a French team now with a French teammate. Do you think that'll make the partnership the best on the grid or the most competitive on the grid?
I think you're better than half the journalists we got in this paddock. So.
Plenty of colour and entertainment to be found in the fan zone. The crowds always swell on a Saturday. Temperatures were lower than usual and track conditions were gustier. Alonso once again topped the timing tables in the final practice session before we got to the real business of qualifying for Sunday's Grand Prix. Q1 saw a brief red flag, the result of debris flying off the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Once the session got back underway, there was a rude awakening for all three rookies. Piastri and de Vries knocked out, as was Sargent. Despite logging the same time as 15th place Lando Norris, he clocked in after the Briton. Magnuson and Gasly also failed to make it into Q2. 15 drivers remained, and soon it was 10, Stroll taking the final spot in Q3 with the last timed lap of the session, knocking out McLaren's Norris in the process. Both Alfa Romeos were also unable to progress, along with Sonoda and Alex Albon. The final session came down to a three-way shootout between Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Sainz. The Red Bulls prevailed, the defending champ bagging his 21st career pole, just ahead of his Mexican teammates to lock out the front row. The Ferraris occupied the second row, ahead of Alonso and the two Mercedes. Stroll, Esteban Ocon and Hulkenberg complete the top 10.
Yeah, of course, very happy to be on pole, but I still don't feel as happy as what I was in testing. So there's still a few things I think we need to look at before the next race.
When you lose pole position by a tenth, you're never fully satisfied, but it's where it is, and we're looking forward for tomorrow's race.
Luckily, we are still starting third with a new soft, and especially looking at FP2, it seems that Aston Martin and Red Bull are extremely strong in race pace, so at least we have this that should help a bit.
Strong in testing, stronger in qualifying. Red Bull are the team to beat, but it's oh so close at the top. The Bahrain Grand Prix is almost upon us. You don't want to miss it.